There is a mark, a brand burned not just into flesh, but into the soul. In the world of Kentaro Miura's Berserk, this symbol is everything. It is a curse that invites endless torment, a beacon for the damned that draws demons from the darkest corners of the abyss. But it is also a symbol of defiance. We're not going to talk about the monsters and the sword fights of Berserk today. We're going to analyze the ideas branded into its very core. Why is this story of suffering considered one of the greatest works of fiction ever created? What makes this brutal, relentless epic so profoundly human? At its heart, Berserk is not about winning, it's about struggling. Its protagonist, Guts, is the living embodiment of this idea. He wasn't born a chosen one. He has no divine power. His entire life has been a cascade of betrayal and unimaginable trauma, accumulating in an event so horrific it shattered his world. The universe of Berserk is governed by causality, a force akin to fate that suggests all of human history is pre-written script. Guts' defining characteristics is his refusal to accept his role in this script. His struggle is a defiant scream against a silent, uncaring cosmos. He is the man who, armed with nothing but a lump of iron and his own broken will, decides to wage war on destiny itself. But his struggle evolves. It begins as a blind, all-consuming quest for revenge, yet slowly, painfully, it transforms into a struggle to protect, to heal, and to reclaim a piece of the humanity that was stolen from him. Berserk teaches us that meaning isn't found in avoiding pain, but in what we choose to fight for in the midst of it. To understand the struggler, you must understand the man who broke him. To understand Guts, you must understand Griffith. As an antagonist, Griffith is a masterclass in writing. He is the perfect foil to Guts. Where Guts is a force of raw, chaotic will, Griffith is a figure of impossible grace and ambition. He's a man who has a dream to obtain his own kingdom, and he inspired thousands to follow him. Guts found a purpose in Griffith's dream. He found comrades, a sense of belonging for the first time in his life. And that is what makes Griffith's betrayal so catastrophic. During the eclipse, faced with the death of his dream, Griffith makes a choice. While Guts' entire philosophy is to fight against fate for the sake of his comrades, Griffith sacrifices his comrades to become an instrument of fate. He gives up his humanity for his dreams. This creates one of the most compelling and tragic dynamics in all of literature. Griffith isn't a simple monster. He is a fallen angel whose ambition led him to commit an unforgivable sin. He is both the source of Guts' greatest happiness and his deepest suffering. The darkness in Berserk is legendary, and it operates on three distinct levels. First, there's this visceral horror, the gore, the demon design, and the sheer brutality of combat. Kentaro Miura's art is so detailed, you can feel the weight of every sword swing and the texture of every monster's skin. Deeper than that is the psychological horror. That is the trauma that lingers. It is Kafka's shattered mind. It is Guts' inner beast of darkness, a literal manifestation of his rage that threatens to confuse him, turning him into the very thing he hunts. Berserk masterfully explores the toll that unending violence takes on the human soul. But the deepest, most terrifying layer is the cosmic horror. The idea that human suffering isn't random, but is woven into the fabric of the universe by a malevolent entity known as the idea of evil. It's the horrifying suggestion that your pain, your struggle, your very existence might just be food for the indifferent God who wrote your tragic story. What makes it a masterpiece? The flicker of hope. Ultimately, Berserk is a masterpiece not because of its darkness, but because of the small, defiant flicker of light that refuses to be extinguished within it. This is a story that argues, in the face of absolute despair, that human connection is the only thing that truly matters. Kurt's journey as the lone black swordsman was one of his most self-destruction journey. His salvation begins when he starts letting people in again, like Puck, Fernance, Serpio, Istrio, and Skelch. This found family becomes his new reason to struggle. They are his anchor to humanity. Berserk shows that even if the universe is this cruel and the fate is inescapable, the choice to protect the person next to you is an act of rebellion that creates its own meaning. It is in these quiet moments, a shared laugh, a moment of vulnerability, that Miru's epic find its profound and enduring heart. Berserk is so much more than a dark fantasy. It is a sprawling, emotional epic about the nature of humanity. It's a testament to power of will, the tragedy of ambition, and the quiet courage it takes to find hope in a world determined to crush it. Kentaro Miura's created a world of profound darkness, not to celebrate nihilism, but to show us how brightly a single candle can burn in hell. The story of Guts is still ongoing, carried on by the dear friends of the late, great Miura. If you haven't read Berserk, I cannot recommend it enough. It is truly a work of art that will stay with you forever. What are your favorite moments from Berserk? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. And thank you very much. See you again. Bye.